Hi, Power Supply and Neat Freak fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a look at the Asiahorse Ultra version PC only Power Supply Extension Cable Kit. And don't forget, unleash your style, because, unleashing your style is so very important for some people. Now, this kit comes with a cable, the 20-pin cable for the motherboard, from the power supply to the motherboard. And again, these are extensions. So these are standard. So you have to remember that on a power supply, the cables, if you've got a modular power supply or semi-modular, anytime that you're plugging cables into the power supply, it is a custom configuration per model or per series. So you have to use what's compatible with that only, or you're going to fry probably your motherboard and maybe everything else on it. But this goes from the end of the cable coming from your power supply, so it's already standard. You plug this in, and then this goes into the header on your motherboard. So this is the male side, this is the female side. I did test these, and they all worked fine. Although I found it really, 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 really hard to plug in the one end into my tester. Now I've tested some others and that were actual power supplies, and I didn't have a huge difficulty. But with this, it was extremely tight tolerance, which is to say how much space there is between the plastic of this and the plastic of the receptacle or the plug, whichever happens to be. So if you are somebody who's going to be plugging it in and unplugging it, I don't recommend this, simply because the tolerance is too tight and you're probably going to end up damaging something. But if this is something where one and done, this should be okay. Now, one thing I do not like about these cables is that, as you can see, it's braided cabling. Now, one of the problems that we always face in computers is trying to keep them cool, especially if you want a performance computer. Braided cabling is not a good idea because it produces a lot of friction that resists air movement. So it's going to slow down air movement quite substantially. Now, if you're not building a computer that's going to get substantially hot, then it's probably not a big deal. But another problem with this is that braided cables collect dust pretty well. So if you're trying to use these as a filter, I mean, if you want your cables to look all dusty and you're going to have to get a special handheld vacuum to hose them down every once in a while, I mean, up to you. But this, again, so we've got the motherboard cable, we've got two CPU cables, and those are 2 plus 2, or sorry, 4 plus 4 really. So they're 2 by 8, but they do split. If on the one end, they split in like that if you happen to have a CPU connection where it needs to be like that. And so we've got two of those. And then we've got one that is a 6-pin but plus 2. So you can, if you've got a 6-pin connector, you can use that. If you've got an 8-pin connector, then you're going to be connecting that like that. And finally, it comes with 4 20-pin combs. That's what these are called. They're called cable combs. And then there are, I believe, 12 of the 4-pin. So we've got, those are 2 right there. Let me just show you. I don't want you to think that was one. That's what they look like. And then we've got 10 3-pin. Or 3-wire, sorry. But technically, when I say 4 and 3, it's really 6 and 8. Because if you look carefully at this, you'll notice that it's actually 2 layers. And when you do these 20-wire ones, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get that first layer done, because this is 2 layers of wires. And so you get that first layer done. What you do is you want to get your fingers in between the 2 layers, and then one by one you're going to put each of those wires into their respective slots within the comb. It's a lot easier with the smaller ones here. So let me just demonstrate with one of the small ones. The technique is basically, again, separate the top layer from the bottom layer. And then you're going to push each wire into its respective place, which is not too bad when you're doing this kind. And then we're going to take that other layer and we're going to force it in as well. It doesn't require a great deal of force, but with this time, since you're putting it a second layer in, you have that second layer is going to push the first layer in. So now it's fully connected like that. And you can use as many of them as you want to use. So I guess, in my way of thinking, this extension kit is, I suppose, if you had like a really unique, massive case that is designed in such a way that there's just no way to get the power supply cables all the way to the motherboard, that these would be useful. Or if you're going for an aesthetic look of some kind or other, that you would use these. But again, I personally don't think these are a good idea. Asiahorse, I hope you will come up with an alternative to these that are smooth sleeved, so that they're not going to cause a lot of problems with air friction, or because we want the air to move through the computer, not deposit dust all over the cables, and so on. So that is basically it. Again, motherboard, and we've got two for the CPU, and we've got one for whatever you want to use this for, PCIe, SATA, whatever. That is pretty much it. Like I said, I did use a tester to make sure that all the wires were working correctly, and they all were. I did notice a tiny drop in voltage, but aside from that, it's fine. You do have to keep in mind that the longer you make the cable, especially if the AWG or the gauge of the cable is thinner than what you're using on your power supply, you can have a voltage drop like that because there's extra resistance. The smaller the wire is, the greater the resistance is going to be. So please make sure to check in that yours is going to match with this. And unfortunately, on this, it does not say what the gauge is. So that would be something that you should look at, though. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. If you would like to help me and get something out of it by helping me on a one-time basis, you can go to my eBay channel, the PC Expert Amateur, where you can purchase the items that I have on sale there. There are lots of keyboards and mouses and some other items as well. I've got cable organizers with power supplies and a bunch of other stuff, a nice variety of things that I have reviewed in the past and I no longer need, and I need to make space. Plus, I also need the money. So if you want to do that, the information's on the screen.
I need to ask for your help. Things have been challenging. Whose life hasn't been challenging lately? So if you can please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications, that would be really, really super. Also, if you'd like to help me financially and you can't afford to, you can do a super thanks on my Glenn's Fast Reviews channel, or you can become a member there. Or if you prefer, you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII and become a member there instead. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Bleeping Computer for their support of my channel. If you need resources for computers, for getting rid of malware and learning about cybersecurity and stuff, Bleeping Computer, BLEEPING computer.com is a great resource. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.